Study of Hair by Nikki Todd. Hair components. Epidermis. This is the place where the hair grows from on a specific bodily region. Sebaceous glands. These are glands that secrete fatty substances. Sweat glands. These are minute, coiled, tubular glands of the skin that secrete sweat. Papilla. A small vascular process at the root of a hair. Capillary. Resembles strands of hair. Function of parts. Cuticle. This is the outer coating that is composed of overlapping scales. Cortex. This is a protein-rich structure around the medulla that contains pigment. Medulla. This is the central core of a hair. This may be absent. There are 3 stages of a hair's life cycle. Anagen stage. This is the stage where the hair actively grows. Cells around the follicle rapidly divide and deposit materials in the hair. Catagen stage. This is the stage where hair grows and changes. Telogen stage. This is the final stage where the follicle becomes dormant. Human versus animal. Pigmentation. Animal hair is denser toward the medulla, while human hair tends to be denser toward the cuticle. Banded color patterns are found only in animals. Medulla. The medulla is much thicker in animals, but again can be absent. Animals. Cuticle scales resemble petals or a stack of crowns, while cuticles on human hairs are commonly flattened and narrow. Ethnic group differences. Differences in race. Individual hairs cannot be assigned to any racial group due to gene dynamics. The amount of curl or wave your hair has depends on the shape of the follicle in the skin the hair grows from. If the follicle opening is round, the hair growing out of it will be straight. If the follicle opening is oval, the hair will be wavy, and the hair growing from an elliptical follicle will be curly. Ethnic group differences continued. Caucasian. Caucasians have fine to medium coarseness in their hair. It's generally straight or wavy in appearance and exhibit colors ranging from blonde to brown to black. The hair shafts of Caucasian hairs vary from round to oval in cross-section and have fine to medium-sized, evenly distributed pigment granules. Mongoloid. Regularly coarse, straight, and circular in cross-section with a wider diameter than the hairs of the other racial groups. The outer layer of the hair, the cuticle, is usually significantly thicker than the cuticle of Negroid and Caucasian hairs, and the medulla, or central canal, is continuous and wide. Negroid. Regularly curly or kinky. They have flattened cross-section and can appear curly, wavy, or coiled. Negroid pigment granules are larger than those found in Mongoloid and Caucasian hair and are grouped in clumps of different sizes and shapes. Bodily region differences. The main regions that grow hair are the head, eyebrows, lashes, mustache, pubic, underarms, beard, and general body hair. Head hairs normally have a uniform diameter and often a cut tip due to styling. Pubic hair is generally coarse and wiry in appearance. They normally exhibit diameter variation and often have a continuous to discontinuous medulla. Bodily regions continued. Facial hairs. They are coarse in appearance and can have a triangular cross-section. Heavy shouldering or troughs in the hair are observed under magnification. General body hair. These hairs are shorter in length, arc length in shape, and often abraded or tapered at the tips. The pigment in limb hair is generally granular in appearance, and the medulla is traced to discontinuous. Case study. In one particular case study involving a murdered woman, forensic investigators were able to link the attacker to the crime scene by use of glass fragments from a vase that had been shattered when the woman was murdered. The lab technician found that the glass had a high lead content, which they were then able to link back to an old college boyfriend who had had contact with her a few days prior to the murder, and found similar shards of glass on the inside of the victim's car and on the bottom of a pair of his sneakers. This, combined with blood spatter found on his car from his footprints, was enough to put him in jail for murder.